Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, expert lash artist and mentor. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through how I do a full set of hybrid lashes. I hope that the advice that I give and what you see helps make your lashing journey a little bit easier. So let's get to it. At the beginning of all my appointments, before I do anything to my clients' lashes, I always give them a lash bath. I know that some lash artists charge for lash baths and use them as an add-on service for additional income, but this is a luxury service. Lash extensions are not cheap, and I just prefer to give my clients more than just lashes when they come. Also, I don't want to start on a dirty surface. You never know if people have buildup of makeup or if little crusties or whatever might be in their eyes. So making sure that you clean their eyes first, it removes any kind of dirt, any kind of debris or buildup that may be in the lashes and make your job harder because dirty lashes don't hold well to your extensions and adhesive. Also, clean lashes maximize retention. So again, if this is a luxury service and I want to give back to my clients, I always make sure that they get a lash bath to help them increase their retention. I want their lashes to last long just like they do. And of course, after I get my clients' lashes clean, I make sure that I dry my clients' lashes and brush them while I'm drying. This way, all of the natural lashes are separated and I know that her eyes are thoroughly dry and we won't have any issues when it's time to actually apply the lash extensions. My next step is to tape down my client's bottom lashes. To make sure that this is done safely and that I'm able to get all of the bottom lashes taped down, I ask my clients to look up at me so that they can open their eyes a little bit wider than if they were just looking straight ahead or looking at the ceiling. I always use 2 pieces of tape, sometimes 3, but I apply my tape in an X position, the first piece of tape going from the outer corner to the inner corner to make sure that I get the side end of the lashes, and then I do the same from the inner corner to the middle to get any lashes that are in the front and that may have been missed in the center of the eye. If by chance I have still little strays sticking out, then I'll take a piece of my Next Care lash tape and go ahead and apply that on top of my microfoam lash tape just to be sure no lashes are flying away and the clients aren't getting stuck together or glued together at the end of the service. So after we get a safe tape down, I make sure that the tape is comfortable for my clients. And when I ask them, is it comfortable? I know that it'll feel weird because you have tape on your eyes, but I want to make sure that the tape isn't rubbing up against their eyelid or their eyeball. So when I ask for comfort or check for comfort, that's the reason why. Now, I don't do this with all of my clients, only when it's necessary because it can be a little uncomfortable for a client to have to feel and experience. I apply a piece of lash tape to the inner and or outer corner of my client's eyes so that I can lift their natural lashes off of the tape. If their lashes are laying flat on the tape, then it's going to be hard to isolate and place lash extensions on those natural lashes. So just gently lifting the natural lashes off the tape allows for you to really be able to see those natural lashes so that you can properly isolate and place lashes on the natural lashes and not on the lash tape. You want to be sure that you're not opening your client's eyes too wide because remember that glue and the fumes of the glue can definitely burn and you don't want that to happen during your lashing process. After I get my clients cleaned and their tape prepped and all of the things done, I go ahead and get started on my lashing process. I do prefer to hand make my lash fans because they last longer and I love the thin bases. I use supplies, lashes, and adhesive from thelashsupply.com. If you shop with them online, you can save 10% off all of your orders and get free fast shipping with code T10 at checkout, and that's TEE10. As you can see, I'm just going through here, making sure that there's not an excessive amount of glue on my lashes, and I just start lashing, isolating, separating, and placing those lashes in there. I always prefer to get my inner and outer corners lashed first because sometimes they can be a little tough and a little tricky. Inner corners, the lashes are shorter. Sometimes they can be more faint in color, and you can lash anagen lashes, but you want to lash healthy anagen lashes. So if the lash is thin and short and not even black, it looks kind of, gray or super light black or something, you don't want to put a lash on those. You don't want to break your client's lashes. I also don't go over 11 millimeters on the inner corner. I used to go up to 12 millimeters on the inner corner, but just to protect the integrity of natural lashes, I choose not to go over 11 millimeters, and I choose what length I'm going to use for the inner corner based on first the client's lash health at the inner corner because some people can't really hold the lash on the inner corner of their eyes. So I would go with an 8 or a 9 millimeter. But I always go based off of what their lashes can hold as well as the mapping that I'm doing for that set. As you can see, I'm just going through here making sure that I'm isolating very well so that my client doesn't have any lashes stuck together, so that her natural lashes can go through their proper shedding cycle and everything is good, no pain, no nothing wrong with the lashes. Now I just go in and rinse and repeat that process, making my fans and making sure that I'm isolating and getting everything on. I don't have a particular order that I go in when I'm doing my lashes. I just go in and kind of fill in as I need to, or as I don't know. There's no right or wrong way that I do this. So yeah, I just go in, fill in the volume where I need to. Sometimes I work on both eyes at once. Sometimes I just stay focused and work on one. But when I'm doing hybrid lashes, I always lay my volume lashes down first. As you can see, the volume is laid down, and now I can use my mirror to go in and check and look and see if I need to add any volume anywhere, just in case there are any gaps and spaces. If there aren't, then I'll go in and go ahead and apply my classic lashes. When I apply classic lashes, I like to make sure that there are a couple of beads on the extension. Most importantly, I make sure that there is an adhesive bead at the base of the extension. This is because I want both the extension and the stem to attach very nicely, very evenly and clean to that natural lash. Classic lashes are much easier to come off than volume lashes are, so making sure that you have enough adhesive on your extensions is super important for your client's retention. Once I get to the point where I can apply classic lashes, I feel a sense of relief because I know like it's almost over. We're almost done with the set or with the eye. We've made progress when we're putting classics on. I'm joking, but we make progress throughout the whole thing. But classics definitely give me a sense of relief. So as you can see, I'm just going in and lashing all of the lashes that did not have a volume extension on them. After I get all the classic lashes laid down, I always go in and brush my lash set. I want to make sure that anything that is going to come off comes off before my client leaves their appointment. So I make sure that I brush the lashes from the bond of the natural lash and the extension to the very end of the lashes. After I do that, I go through to make sure that there are no stickies. You don't want anything to be stuck together, and if it is, you want to gently separate them so that your client doesn't experience any pain once they leave you, and so that their natural lashes can complete the growth cycle and shed off properly as they need to. As you can see, there's not much in here that's stuck. Oh, there we go. We got one. So now we're just going to separate those lashes, and we'll go to the other eye. Once I get done with the first eye, I repeat the same process on the second eye. I go in, lash the inner corner of the eye, and then I just fill in with the mapping however I see fit to, or however best works for me at the moment. Again, I always lay my volume lashes first so that I can make sure the lashes are full enough because this is a hybrid set, and then I go back in and lay my classic lashes down. Now, usually if I'm only going to work on one eye at a time, I would still do the inner corners of both eyes first just so that I have them out the way, but that's totally up to you how you choose to do it. Now I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna go in, brush those lashes to make sure that anything that is gonna come off is gonna come off before my client leaves. I'll check in the mirror to make sure that the density and fullness of the lashes is great, and we're ready to roll. My last step before I go in and dry my client's lashes is to apply my bonder. I like to use the Super Bonder from thelashsupply.com. I also like the Climax Bonder from Live Bay Lash Supplies. The purpose of a bonder is to, 1, increase retention because it shock cures the glue and everything is solid in place before your clients leave. 2, because the glue is already dry, your clients don't have to wait 24 hours before they can get their lashes wet. And 3, it eliminates the fumes that can cause burning after you dry the lashes if they aren't completely dry, and red eyes because fumes are burning your client's lashes. When I use bonder, I use 1 drop on a micro swab and I apply it to the base of the lashes. That is where the extension and the natural lashes connect. My last step is to dry the lashes so that the glue and the bonder is dry, everything is sealed, and then I make sure that I'm brushing the lashes while I'm drying to make sure that nothing is stuck together for the last time, and just to fluff the lashes back out. And this is how her set turned out. She always wears volume lashes, but we tried something different and we loved it. So this is only the second Lash With Me video that I've done. I got some good feedback from you guys on the first Lash With Me when I did a full set of volume lashes. Ironically, this was the same client for this video. I do hope that something was helpful. If you have any questions, any comments, anything, drop them in the comment section. I'm happy to respond and help. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I promise you'll love it here and you will grow and find community. And don't forget to turn on your bell notification button so that you're aware every time I share new valuable content. I hope again that this was helpful, and I will see y'all in the next one.